Okay. We have a few things to focus on today. Most of the day will be yours for your lab work. If you did not get your species diversity stats on Friday, please raise your hand. And that's because you were absent? Can you see me sometime during the live just so that you make sure to get credit for that?
Yes.
Anybody else not have their diversity index pre-live stats? Yeah. I have your grades here. Please notice 1, 2, 3, 4 pages. That's all you. The 5th page is the 42 assignments that we are calculating into your grade at this time. So this is assignments 2 through 16, 17 to 31, 32 to 42. So your grade is calculated horizontally all the way across, and this page gives you the breakdown of your 3 curricular categories: classwork, exam, and homework. Remember that you get no extra credit if you fail to complete all the homework in that unit. In Unit 5, 2 of you did not get extra credit you earned because you failed to turn in some of the assignments. In Unit 4, it's much worse. In Unit 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 students earned extra credit, but that won't be calculated into your grade until you turn in the missing assignments of that unit. A lot of kids are like, oh, I'm off by 0.5%. And you can do all this homework for 0 points, but then it'll turn on the extra credit that would maybe push you across to the next letter. So it's worth it for all of you to always turn in all the assignments, even if they're not stamped, just so that you don't have any empty spaces and you get your extra credit. A couple of you have had an excused exam. There have been extended illnesses, paperwork problems, unusual circumstances. So if any of you had an excused exam, please make sure you see me about that. Some of you have an excused exam that's showing up as a 0, and that can hurt you. So please talk to me about excused exams, just to make sure that that was excused. Missing wanted posters are a mysterious way to lose a lot of points. I've made all sorts of problems, all sorts of mistakes, so please make all of your corrections. And there are actually whole missing packets. In Unit 5, 2 whole missing packets. In Unit 4, 1 whole missing packet. In Unit 3, 2 whole missing packets. Please make sure, if you have that whole missing line for the unit, that you get that work in. If it's stamped, I can give you credit right until the end of the semester. My deadline to turn in your grades is tomorrow at 3. Your deadline to give me those papers is tomorrow at lunch. I can't stay after school tomorrow, and I teach 5th and 6th. So the last chance you'll have for me to fix your grades is tomorrow at lunch. Are there any other questions about grades or grade issues or grade reports or ARIES or exams or what you missed on Friday or anything like that? Yeah?
Will the appeals be in by
They're in already. Anybody else? Okay. Are there any questions about how to complete the age structure assignment, which is due tomorrow?
I have a question.
What is it?
The flag, like drawing thing necessary?
Yeah. Is yours really difficult to draw?
No, I already did. I
wasn't on the page. I didn't get shit adjusted.
Oh, there's an age structure handout that tells you how to do what you've already done.
Yeah.
On that handout, which you can print on the internet, I think there may be some left in the back, but I've heard students had already taken them all. Hey, Gavin, I have my first original that I make my copies from. If you'd like to read this and give it back, that's okay. Can you just give me the whole folder when you're done? Are there any other questions on the age structure assignment?
Oh, yeah. Do you have an example that's on credit handy? If you don't, it's not a problem.
Yeah. Gavin's will get credit. This is pretty much lovely.
So this is perfect. Women on one side, men on the other.
Perfect. Yeah.
Really?
Okay.
Sweet.
So now, today you're doing your Shannon diversity indices for different populations from around the world. Please look up. It'll be your job to complete this data table by the end of the period. Period 1, almost nobody finished. Period 2, everybody finished. I have the difference in the advice. In period 1, I didn't give them this advice, but I'll give it to you in period 3. Here's the critical bit of advice. You don't need to fill out the whole table to calculate the Shannon diversity index. Really, all you need is this last column. If you have a smart calculator, you can do the whole PLNP like this. Remember, since you've done practice, you should know, P is the little n over the big N. So you could just parentheses, ln, parentheses, and just put the answer in the last column. If you're organized and you don't waste time, it takes about 10 or 12 minutes to get your data. Here are some hints for you. You may want to write these down. If not, at least make that. So somebody does the first third, the second third, and the last third. You'll need to be in groups of 3 today. It's easiest if you just clump with the people beside you. All of your social demographics notwithstanding, you'll all need to get into a group of 3. We have 36 students, 12 data sets. There's no way to make an exception. I know that the demographic assortment is kind of challenging. Please step outside your comfort zone. Talk to boys and girls of all colors. Oh yeah, that's exactly what it said. Let's see here. Oh, my last bit of advice, and then I'll cut you loose. My last bit of advice, you don't need names for these species. The name is irrelevant. So remember, When I give you a set of data, you can just call them species 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 20. There's data on the back. Remember also that natural log of 0 is irrelevant. So do not bother with species that have 0 individuals. When you finish today, you'll give me all these numbers. I'll check them against my own calculations. And then you'll have the data set that you take home to do your post-lab. Are there any questions at all? Get into groups of 3, send 1 representative. I'll give you your data.